And Mine Crypto here. I hope we're all having a wonderful day. Please remember, I'm not a financial advisor, and none of this is financial advice, and none of the information provided in this video should ever be seen or taken as a signal to buy or to sell. And as we're seeing this sideways action on Quant. We're slightly down today, 1.8%. We are down one rank to 75. Market cap still under that 1 billion, slightly dropped to 923 million, and we are down to a volume of just under 10 million, 9.5 million in the last 24 hours, which is pretty low, but is normal for the weekend. Current price $76.46. But as you know, this does not really phase me at all. We're just in this sort of boring sideways action ranging. Again, a lot of people get frustrated with this type of action, but we're here for the long term. We're not here for this short term price action. We can see here from the exchange reserves, which we're going to talk a bit about today. We can see at the moment it is on spot exchange 261,000 quant there ready to, so around about 2% ready to be bought. But we go over here. So over the last few days this weekend, we've seen lots of quant slowly entering these what we speculate as being private lockup wallets. And I say they are back at it. When the price drops, they come. CB to private wallet, we've seen 1,074 quant. This wallet has accumulated 11,228 quant in the last months and only holds quant and no outflows. So that's quite a good signal that it's not going to move. And we see again another one sweeping up little and often. CB to private wallet, 1,380 quant. And this wallet has accumulated 11,534 quant in the last 4 weeks. Again, only holds quant, no outflows. And we see again another one. This wallet grabs some more. CB to private wallet of 2,160 quant. This wallet accumulated 4,308 quant in the last 6 days. So even with that lot we've seen there in the last month, only these wallets have accumulated around about 27,000 quant. Now, if they continue doing that, at some point we're going to see a supply shock. And we see this again. This is another one. And there was a lot of quant there, 5,865. So they're moving coins from Coinbase Exchange to BitVavo Hot Wallet. So moving some of these coins off. And what BitVavo are doing, they're probably servicing their own clients. They need to get their tokens from somewhere. So talking about the spot exchange, talking about these moves. Now, I put this out the other day. At some point, we will see a further supply shock for quant. In June 21, the spot exchange reserves, the SER, was at just over 1 million on spot exchange. Today, it's only 258,000. So we've seen a massive drop, and that only took 3 years. And each of these dips in the spot exchange reserves occurred when major news came. Now, I said 1 year, one more year. This could go at any time. And we've got to think trend is our friend. Now, I've covered this. I've gone through, if we go back to the quant exchange and we put it on the yearly, we put it on all actually, we can see there's these peaks and troughs, these dips, and we see these dips down here. And what I've done previously, when these dips occur, there's usually news that follows. Now, I did a video back in, I think it was about 2 months ago, with regards to spotting what these actually were and what these dips were, this increase and the last bull market. And we can see these dips here, this dip here, these slight dips here. And I gave an overview of what was actually happening, what news came out. Now, we only need news on quant for it to dip further. And there is so much coming when we think of all the news that I talk about pretty much every day, and what is happening. And we've got even today the MiCA regulations coming in, and I honestly believe the more and more regulations that are coming, the more and more we're going to get this, where a lot of tokens and memes and other things will get regulated out of the market because they do not fit, and certain regions will not allow them to participate in this space. Good thing? I think so. I think it's needed because there's a lot of people getting scammed in a lot of different coins. But let's have a listen to this and let me know what you think. Over to the quant spot exchange reserves. Now, I was going to do this a while back. There's some interesting information when we look at the spot exchange. We can see these bumps in the road all the way down, and we see this one here. Now, that's quite important. Now, if we look here as of December 2021, we can see that there was a low of 607,000 on spot exchange and then a big rise all the way up to 819. Now, this would have been at the end of the last bull run. And we can see here from the news at the time in December, and we can see that just here, Bitcoin falls by a fifth, crypto see a $1 billion worth of liquidation, which is obvious. And we can see that just right here with that big rise on the spot exchanges. Now, if we move along, we can also see this, where we see a bit of a drop. Now, this is a bit of a buy the rumor, sell the news event, but it's news nonetheless. As we can see here, we can see that at that time in November, the UST is thrilled to partner with Quant Network to bring the benefits of blockchain to the financial institutions, which is quite big news at the time. And we saw a big dip from here. We saw it from 660,000 all the way down to around 572,000. Then we move along and we can see we get to around about April 2023, where we can see more news. And we see this. Our founder, CEO, Gilbert Verdin, will take to the stage at Infin's IFGS 2023 next week to discuss implementation of central bank digital currencies. And we can see this was in April 2023. We also saw in April US-based Citi has outlined the future for the blockchain economy. The bank articulates an inflection point. Now, I talked a lot about this at the time, where they promised the potential of blockchain will be realized and be measured in billions of users and trillions of dollars in value. We saw this nice big dip down here, which looks absolutely wonderful, the big dipper. But we can also see more movement around here, which is looking at around November last year, 2023, where we see this. During the UK FT Tweets, the Digital Innovation Summit last week, our founder and CEO, Gilbert Verdin, discussed the digital pound with a panel that included senior representatives from Citi, the BIS, and the Bank of England. And this is where we're seeing these moves. We can see dips as and when the news comes out and starts building that narrative. And this is what we're seeing in this pathway. Now, we are around here, so hopefully we'll start to see some dips on the spot exchanges as we move forward. So there you go. So at some point, when the news comes, we see this trend where more and more of quant leaves the exchange. So for me, it is lining up. We are going sideways, we are ranging, but it only takes news. As you can see, these drops every time something big comes out, something really poignant. And that is what I'm waiting for. And as we can see, the general trend is downwards with that purple line there. And if we were to draw some tram lines there, we would see the general trend is down. So it's just a matter of waiting for the news, being patient. And as we can see from here, we can see this from Al Shrado. He says it's a disruptive technology and scarcity, folks. I know where my money's going. And as you can see here, Quant Network tokenomics, absolutely. But we also see this from Quantzilla. Us hodlers getting much stickier. The trend is indeed our friend. It's the easiest to hold I've ever seen, and it's going to be fun to watch. And as you can see, look, we got here that their trend straight up. More and more people holding quant, more and more people seeing the wood for the trees and being able to see the wonderful tokenomics, the wonderful news that is likely to keep coming with regards to quant. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, please hit that notification bell, please share this video so that other people can see what you see. All the best, and I'll catch you later.